Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again, doing another discography countdown of one of my favorite bands. Today we are going to be talking about the atmospheric epic black metal masters from Austria, Summoning. Oh, what can I say about Summoning? They're a very keyboard heavy black metal band, very unique. They kind of started their own sound within the black metal genre. Not a lot of bands did exactly what they're doing. Maybe there's some symphonic bands out there, but this is a totally different beast. This doesn't just rely on that kind of stuff. It's very driven by the keyboards, and they do a lot of different sounds with that, like horns and different percussion. It's only a two-man band, no drummer other than on one album. It's just all programmed. The guitars sometimes are just droning in the background. It's a very unique sound, but I absolutely love it. It's definitely not for everybody, but if you're into this kind of stuff at all, definitely go check out Summoning. And anyways, they've got 8 studio albums. I'm going to run through them from my least favorite down to my favorite. So here we go. Coming in at number 8 is their debut, Lugburs, from 1995. This is their only album that featured an actual drummer on it. And this is their most straightforward black metal album. There's still some keyboards on here, but this is very much just in the second wave black metal vein. Very similar to some of the other Norwegian bands that were around in the early 90s. This album's not quite on par with those, and it's not quite on par with the rest of Summoning's discography, in my opinion. It doesn't have that unique Summoning sound. When you hear the other albums, you know, oh, that's Summoning. You would hear a song on here, and you'd just be like, well, which black metal band is that? It definitely doesn't sound too unique. But it's not to say this is a bad album by any stretch. I still enjoy it. It's probably a 7 out of 10. Best songs on here are Raising with the Battle Orcs and Flight of the Nazgul. Definitely still some really killer riffs on here. This is definitely more of a guitar-driven album. But yeah, it's just coming last for me because I like the other ones better. Coming in at number 7 is actually their most recent one from 2018 with Doom We Come. By no means a bad album. I'm only putting it last because I feel like it fell a little short of the epicness that they had reached with their few preceding albums. But this is, yeah, in no means a bad album. This is still like an 8 out of 10. The title track with Doom We Come, it closes out the album. It's absolutely epic. They do some different kind of clean singing on there, and I really fucking dig it. It's just a really great song. I wish the rest of the album lived up to that song. It doesn't quite, but there's still some other great songs on here too. Night Fell Behind is really catchy. And it's just, yeah, typical Summoning sound. You know what you're getting. It's not going to be a disappointment. They just put out consistent album after consistent album. But I like the other 6 better. So let's get into those. Coming in at number 6 is from 2006, Oathbound. Absolutely epic album. I fucking love this one. This is an 8.5 out of 10 easily, if not higher. Across the Streaming Tide. Absolutely amazing epic song to kick off the album, other than the little intro first, but yeah, just absolutely amazing. And the closing track on here too, Land of the Dead. They incorporated some clean singing into the chorus, which I really dig when they do that. Their early albums, they didn't really do any clean singing. They only started incorporating it later. And yeah, this is just a fucking catchy ass song. Still some really good raspy screams here too. It's just the 2-man band. Both of them trade off doing vocals. There's Protector of Endless Sleeps and Selenius. I love both their vocals. They're both great. And it's just a fucking really killer album. Coming in at number 5 from 2013 is Old Morning's Dawn. Oh, I almost wanted to put this one higher. This is just a fucking killer album. I've got the poster up there if you can see it. Just fucking absolutely amazing. It was definitely one of my favorite albums of 2013. Oh, the title track, that's another epic one where they throw some clean singing in there too. And it's just catchy and it's fucking amazing. Of Pale White Morns and Darkened Eves, that's another great song. This is just an epic, epic album, and I fucking love it. It was their first album in 7 years. It followed up Oathbound, and I wasn't even sure if we were going to get another Summoning album, and it kind of just came out of nowhere, and it's fucking awesome. Absolutely amazing. I love it. And it's coming in there at number 5. Now into my top 4. This is where it gets really fucking tough because I love all these albums. Coming in at number 4 from 2001 is Let Mortal Heroes Sing Your Fame. Absolutely epic. I mean, all these albums are epic. I'm just going to reuse that word too much. But this album for sure is one of their most epic. They kind of took it to the next level. toned down the guitars. It's not really as riff driven. It's more driven by the keyboards and the horns and everything. All the sounds kind of drive the songs. Guitars, they're not really like fast riffs at all. It's just like riffs to play along in the background. You get lost in it. All these songs are about Middle Earth and Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, and I absolutely love it. My favorite songs on here are South Away, Ashen Cold, Farewell, an absolutely epic closer to the album too. Oh, they just know how to write closing tracks. Like every album just has fucking killer closing tracks. And this album is no exception. Farewell is definitely one of my favorite summoning songs of all time. Coming in at number 3 from 1997 was Dol Guldur. This was their third album, the one with the green cover, if you're going by their album covers. Really fucking cool album. I had a hard time putting this at 3. I wanted to put it even higher. It is tough. These ones between 3, 2, and 1 I could interchange on any given day. They're fucking just so good. Dol Guldur, from start to finish, like every song on here is a killer. Nightshade Forests, Elfstone, Khazad Doom is so fucking great. And Unto a Long Glory, another crazy fucking ending track. Oh man, just so many fucking good songs on this album. It's so catchy, but still evil sounding. And I just fucking love it. Coming in at number 2 from 1999 is Stronghold. Oh, this one is tough not to put at number 1 because I absolutely love it. The guitars are still really driving a lot of these songs. They really play like a nice like tremolo, arpeggio kind of style on all these songs. And it really just is the driving force behind it, but they still have all the nice keyboard parts too. Long Lost to can't even talk. Long Lost to Where No Pathway Goes. Absolutely classic. Absolutely fucking amazing. A Distant Flame Before the Sun. Another fucking killer. Like some Snow White Marble Eyes. I love the vocal approach on this album. I love the riffs. I love the fucking melodies. Just absolutely amazing. That's why it's coming in at number 2. But that leaves one album to reign supreme. And that is also from 1995, their second album, Ass Morgal. This is the genre-defining album. There was nothing like this in 1995. Sure, there was some symphonic black metal, but I would not even consider this symphonic black metal. This is just like keyboard-driven black metal. If you listen to it, you'll know the difference with what I mean. Like, symphonic black metal, I'm thinking more like Cradle of Filth, Dimmu Borgir. This sounds nothing fucking like that. This is just very, like, simplistic. It's not bringing in tons of orchestra. There's still a lot of different sounds from the keyboard, but it's its own beast, and it's got its own unique sound. And this is the album that kind of started it all. And there's been so many imitators, but no one quite gets it like this fucking album. And this album is just full of classics. And the riffs are really fucking good on this album too. This was still when they're very guitar oriented, but brought in just tons of fucking keyboards. And the vocals are crazy too. The Passing of the Grey Company, one of the best fucking songs ever. Say what you will about the keyboard part. Maybe it sounds a little primitive, but I fucking love it. It just sounds so fucking good. It suits the music. It's so medieval sounding, and it just suits the Lord of the Rings themes. And it's so fucking good. I love that song so much. Marching Homewards, another one with just a very nice slow tremolo riff. It's like repetitive, but it's fucking good. Just get lost in that song. The Legend of the Master Ring, fucking good. Catchy as fuck. Dor Daedaloth, probably pronouncing that wrong. I don't know all the fucking Middle Earth language. But just all in all, absolutely killer album. I would strongly suggest starting with Ass Morgal if you've never heard Summoning. That'll tell you what you're in for, whether you're going to like it or not. It's definitely not for everyone, but it is for me. I fucking love these guys. And anyways, that's my list. Let me know down below what your favorite Summoning album is. What's your least favorite? Let me know what you thought of my video. Anyways, click on like, click on subscribe. Until next time, Hammerheart Metal Reviews, out!